Hey, Tom's Fury, Tom's Generation X. A bit of a diversion today. I just heard a message from somebody, a colleague, and it's quite a devastating message. Not not for me, it's devastating to hear, obviously, but for them. And obviously, it gets you thinking about life and things. And also, it kind of reminded me as well that while there's so many of you out there that don't know me and I don't know you, many of you have met or do know many of us on this side of the camera. And I mean, lots and lots of you do. It's amazing, to be honest with you. Like when I was growing my channel, it was amazing how many people I remember, because I'm not great at remembering names, but I remember the people, and I don't know how many I got up to remembering, but it was a large number. And so you end up knowing a lot of people doing all this kind of stuff. And this might be a bit of a wishy-washy video for some of you, but again, I've just heard someone, yeah, broken, by something that is worthy of that. And it reminded me that I've heard many of your stories. I've heard other creators' stories, things that they're either gone through in the past, going through now, um, or both. And there's very few people I know who aren't carrying something. I remember stood round a table of creators and just demo goers, and we were stood in like a McDonald's or something, and I said to all of them, I feel like I'm trying to fill a hole doing this. Am I the only one? Every single person, I'm not going to name them, but you'd know them, every single person around that table agreed with me and said, no, there is something I'm trying to fill. And then when you actually get to know people, you realise why, because there's some shockingly bad things that people have had to either deal with, get through, fight through, are still fighting with on a day-to-day basis. We talk about the activism, we talk about the suffering of others, but what goes unnoticed is the people who come on here always put their best foot forward and yet are going through hell. The people who come on here, unlike me, who never complain, who have gone or are going through hell. The people that do most of the work behind the scenes for what happens and get the least credit, who are also going through hell in other ways with other things. Real life is still going on. Reminded me, we were going to make a video for Urban Scoop showing you. Do you remember when my friend was homeless? Well, we were going to document that properly. My friend was the problem because he wouldn't let me film as much as we needed. But had he had turned up for the filming sessions he was supposed to have, we were going to really uncover that and show a day in the life of an activist. As in, I was sort of going to London and everything else, but before I could, I also had to go and stop and help someone on my doorstep, a friend, and it was just kind of showing that side of people's lives. The things that are a little bit closer to home, the things that people don't consider when they see you out on the camera doing stuff. They just think, well, especially if you're happy, never think that that's part of the performance that you have to also put in. I'm not saying that's fake happiness, I'm saying it's part of what you need to do. And there's a lot of people out there, who are going out there and doing exactly that, whilst carrying a ton of weight on their shoulder. I don't know many people who aren't in some kind of, I wouldn't say predicament, but some kind of situation that is testing them. There are some, but there ain't that many. And I just wanted to recognise those people today, and just tell you that people like me, other creators, and other people who go to demos and stuff like that do know you, do think about you. As much as I come on here and I whinge about my problems, I realise that compared to some people's, they're nothing. I also, just because I come and have a whinge sometimes, it doesn't mean that I don't look out there and know that so many of you are much braver than me, much stronger than me, and have dealt with much worse than me and are still soldiering forward. and I just wanted to offer my respect and just my acknowledgement that I'm aware of it. And I am in full respect of it. And when I come on here sometimes and I have a moan, I'm not really apologising for having a moan because everybody has a moan, but I just want you to know it's never, ever, ever out of my mind what other people go through. Today was just a reminder to actually say that, and let you know that I do care, and most of us do. That's the honest thing. Is like, I know I go on about these shitty creators, but there's also good creators, and there's also good people, and those people do care. They really care about everybody, um, as much as you can, you know. So yeah, just know that we care, and know that yeah, we're all in this together in the strangest kind of way. That makes me sound like Keir Starmer, which is not what I wanted that to come out like. But you know what I mean. We may not all talk about our problems the way I do, but we've all got them. You know, we've all got them. And yeah, again, just acknowledgement and respect to all those people out there who still turn up to demos, who still make videos, who still do whatever you do, in spite of, you know, it is appreciated and acknowledged, and by more people than you know. That's kind of the other part. It's not just about me. More people than you know, right up to some big people. You know, they know, and they do care and do acknowledge it. So I don't know if that's of interest, but if it is, there you go. Tom Fury, Tom's Generation X.